5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello. Time is currently 9:54 in the morning. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? You turn on your Xbox and you play Chivalry 2. Anyway, I am so happy to say that I have gotten a request. Excuse my lack of voice, I'm not kidding when I say I just got up. Maybe like an hour ago, actually. I've gotten a request for either the Halberd or two-handed spear. Now, truth be told, I am quite sad at what they did with the spears. Even though they didn't change the two-handed spear, it's always been that way, but the one-handed spear I'm very sad about. So I will be doing the Halberd. A strong hour of the Halberd. I was tempted to call it the longest weapon in the game, but that is actually the lance / two-handed spear. Both slightly different weapons. So instead I'm going to call this thing the slowest weapon in Chivalry 2. Now, if you really want a Halberd connoisseur, I will direct you to Ziggy Lara's broadcast on Twitch. Man has a level 200 Halberd, if I remember correctly, which is just outstanding, really. Inspirational. So the Halberd. This thing is exclusive to the Footman class. The first Footman subclass, called the Poleman, is the first weapon you get. When you spawn as a default, you're usually using this thing. Ah, Darman's using it.
The leader needs only 10 more!
Everything about this thing is pretty long range, and maintaining spacing is very important with it because of that slow speed. As you can see, very slow weapon on everything. Its combo speeds are slow. Heavy attacks are obviously going to be even slower, but it's not the worst of weapons. If I were to put this on a tier list, I'd definitely say this is a B tier weapon. It hits hard, it's got good reach, and it's good for most game modes. Free-for-all, 1v1s depending on your opponent, really, and definitely team objective. This is an amazing team objective weapon. In general, every long-range weapon is good for a team objective. Yep, right there I just held my riposte and it freaked her out. This is not a weapon you should be getting kicks with because it's so slow. However, this is similar to the last weapon I did, which is passing me, the glaive. Due to its long range, this is another weapon that greatly benefits from crouching and how crouching stops your little dash forward. This is a chop weapon. This gets a damage bonus versus knights and footmen. And according to the game, it has slower windup, faster combo times, which, I don't know, and bonus damage to shields. Now, the bonus damage to shield stat, I don't know of. I don't really have a reliable way of testing it. This is a very good weapon to perpetuate off-screen violence. This dude is trying to absorb my nutrients. Get away from me. Do you see how this dude is just hugging my character? Good lord. Get away from me. Do not let people get in your face with this thing. This is a weapon you'll be using to jab people away from you. Because getting in people's face with this thing is a mistake. It's going to lead to you missing stabs and overheads, and then that slower wind-up will hurt you. Now, this weapon I'm not too comfortable using in third person, but it's definitely not unusable in both. I prefer to use weapons like this in first person for accuracy because I'm never really slashing with any weapons. I'm always doing stabs and overheads, and for me those are easier to aim in first person. But I'll try to demonstrate both third and first person perspective usage of this.
The kill leader is near
It's a potent weapon though. It's a very potent weapon. If you know what you're doing and you can keep people at bay, it can be very annoying for people to deal with. Now, because of its very slow nature, it does have a problem if you run into really experienced players. And the problem is getting a hit landed on them, because it's extremely slow and reactable, and none of its animations are really that tricky. So if you're fighting a good player who knows how to counter attacks rather than just slashes, and is very patient, they could kind of abuse you. But we'll see if I run into any players like that in this hour-long episode here. It's a fun weapon to use, though. I definitely do feel like a pro master flex using this thing. And also, it is a bladed weapon, so as you can see there, it will be dismembering people. to your delight, hopefully not your downfall. To your benefit, hopefully not your downfall. As mentioned earlier, exclusive weapon. Finally, right? There's so many weapons in this game that are shared between classes. A ridiculous amount at times, because in Chivalry Medieval Warfare, all primary weapons were exclusive to your classes. This game, though, it doesn't have as many weapons, and a lot of them are shared. But this one is exclusive. So honestly, the last weapons video I did, I'm pretty sure was the one-handed sword, but before that it was the glaive, right? This weapon plays similar to the glaive in a way. It's a harder hitting one. It hits harder than the glaive against everyone, but it is about 3 times as slow. Okay, that's exaggerating. Maybe twice as slow. Now, is the glaive an objectively better weapon than the halberd? I wouldn't say so. They both have their utilities. Because the halberd's speed is more streamlined between all 3 of its attacks, it makes all 3 attacks viable. Unlike the glaive, where you never really want to stab, because the stabs do the same damage as the overheads, except they're just 16 years slower. Now, it is one of those weapons that, because of how slow it is, and perfect showcase of this thing's range, because of how slow it is, you can drag its attacks between multiple people with ease. Overheads and stabs especially. Of course, slashes can always be maneuvered into a lot of people, but overheads and stabs are really where that strength shines. This is a decent bait weapon. I think there was an archer right there. Yeah, there was. I don't know why he didn't finish me off. This is a decent bait weapon because it's so long. It really catches people off guard. If you know what you're doing with this thing, you can really bait people with just how long this thing is. Its special attack is extremely slow, but it can hit hard. I believe its special attack does 100 damage to knights. That's unfortunate. Field engineers, they're going to have to chase you down. Abuse that. It can be excelled, and it definitely can be dragged, so this is a very good weapon to manipulate your swings in both ways. And those specials, as you can see, they're doing good damage. Now, you shouldn't really get too many kicks on experienced players with this thing, because, as I said, it is very slow and reactable. Me throwing out any kicks is really just taking a gamble that the person is panicking, which most players do, because, you know, still don't have access to the super sweaty dual-yard servers. That. Its slashes are pretty good at going around blocks. Its special has tremendous range. I did not mean to jab there. That jab was a complete mispress. So that right there, that jab is to get him away from me. And look at that. Look at how you can drag those stabs into people. Look at that. Did a circle and kept him at bay. Now, feinting with this thing, be very careful about what weapon you're fighting when you're going for feints, especially same attack feints, because they're very slow. You also gotta know when you can utilize those XLs. See right there, I excelled because I saw him move towards me, so I know I have to beat out his attack, otherwise I'm gonna probably die. You gotta look for micro movements in people like that. This is a very good weapon to use if you want to have a bit of a challenge and also feel very skilled, because using this thing successfully, it does feel really good. This is a very satisfying weapon to succeed with, because it's harder than other weapons. So I'll try to use third person when applicable, but expect the majority of my gameplay with this thing to be in the first person. Look at that. Look at that range. Those overhead excels are potent. You can't really excel a stab. Most you can do is just manipulate which shoulder you're going to try to hit. But those overheads can definitely be excelled. And they have great range. Sometimes it feels like they have more range than the stabs. Which, again, I'm not sure, because no reliable way to test except hitting a wall, which I guess I could do real quick, right? Its slashes are also decently long range. Most weapons with this moveset, the polearm moveset, I believe, their slashes usually are pretty bad, but I believe the halberd has the longest stab of all of them. You're gonna hit him, right? Jesus Christ, what is this dude doing? Besides nothing. Of course I get disarmed. So next respawn, if I don't spawn right next to someone, I'm going to try to test the range really quick on a wooden wall. Or an AFK player, if there are any. Got that guy. Please spawn me over here. Good enough. If we don't get interrupted, I'd like to test its range on you. Ah, it's not gonna happen. Oh, B-Watts. I see this dude a couple times. Ooh, he must have went right around my shoulder. Alright, for the last time, I'm gonna try to run away from a fight and test it somewhere. Maybe down here. Yeah, usually there aren't too many people down here. Because everywhere else, people are just gonna spawn on you. And get a quick range test. Oh, that guy teleported for a second, did he? Don't follow me. You need to pick up a weapon. You can't run now. You started this. Interesting. Look at that range. You gotta make people chase you with this thing. Wow. Yeah, that was very dangerous. Don't try to combo into a special with this thing, as it's extremely slow. People are prone to gamble fighting this thing. Okay, so unfortunately I don't think I'll ever be able to get to test its range. But from experience, using this thing's overheads, they feel a tad bit faster. Just tried to throw that battle axe? What are you doing?
Only 20 more victories.
Wow. Good, sir. Nice block. Look at that. Those stabs have a lingering hitbox. Yeah, those stabs linger there for a really long time. They're wicked. Slashes on this thing are not bad, by the way. Again, I'll mention in probably every weapons video I do. I don't do too many slashes, but slashes are good. They're very long range, and they do a decent job at going around blocks. And of course, they're slow, so they can be manipulated. Every slow weapon, Chivalry 2, every slow weapon can be manipulated. Do I finally have some quiet? Okay. It's a good test. Okay. Although I believe the walls have weird hitboxes. Let's see which one hits first, or maybe they'll both hit at the same time. At this point, see, I think it's just going straight through the wall, and it's not registering the hit. See what I mean, and how unreliable this testing is? Yeah, you can't really test range unless it's on a living player. Oh my god, Chivalry 2. We all feel those hitches. Also, the class it does come on, the Poleman, has a sprint attack damage bonus, so those sprint attacks are going to be hitting people quite hard. Want to get away from me, laughing, sir? Now, I don't think you can get heavy attacks off of kicks with this thing. Maybe a heavy slash? Maybe, if you accelerate it. Oh, look at that. See what I mean? Those slashes can be dragged. That's where those slashes become really strong. You can do Executioner's Axe type drags with these slashes. Unfortunate whiff punish. What are you doing? Get away from me.
Only 10 more.
Oh man, those hitches. Game's bordering on unplayable at times. It's also got a very satisfying decapitation. Quite. So with this thing, you're going to be constantly playing the range game. You'll notice I'm always having people at the sweet spot. I always want them to be at the bladed part of my weapon. It has nothing to do with hitboxes, but rather just safety. Safety and versatility. This guy has no health. Yeah, someone that's that low, it can be kicked to death. Now, it does not get the Archer Badge of Honor. It does not one-shot archers with anything. Extremely short one-handers like the knife and the hatchet, you can bully them.
3 more kills and the leader is victorious.
As said, regarding specials, do not try to be comboing into a special. It's too slow. Oh man, those slashes can just carve into crowds with ease. Weapon like the knife, chances are he can't hit me. I can just keep him at bay. Oh man, feels good to use. Feels good to use. It's not a bad weapon. It's only on the lower end, I'd say, once you start fighting upper echelon players who really know what they're doing. Then at that point, you gotta start doing wicked things to hit them. Because in general, against, you know, most casual players in this game, just doing something as simple as a slash feint, you can slash feint dudes to death, like slash into overhead feint. That'll kill 90% of the players in this game every single time you do it. From my experience, of course. Even still, this weapon can be manipulated. It stabs not so much, but those overheads and slashes, they can be dragged and excelled. And in the high-level play, that's going to be coming into... That's going to be one of your go-to moves, that manipulation. Because we all know the standard attacks of these things. The only thing I would not advise doing with this weapon really is its special. Unless you are at the sweet spot of range and you feel like you can bang out a whiff punish or something, then go for it, but do not try to combo into special with this thing. Ever. Ever. It's extremely slow, comparable to, like, not the Maul, but, say, the Executioner's Axe, excuse me, in speed. It's very reactable. And most people will just combo you right out of it.
Prove yourself as the best fighter in the land! Eliminate everyone!
Halberd's also a clean-looking weapon. This is the Royal Bardiche, so the fancy version. Okay, that guy needs to show me some respect. That looked interesting. Like he just stopped animating at some point. Are these two teaming or are they courtyard trolling? Let's go. Come on. Also, again, see with that stab hitbox? I think I missed the initial one, right? But that micro movement right into him. Oh, man. Speaking of micro movement, these freaking micro stutters. Because the game doesn't work. Chivalry 2 experience, I'm telling you. Oh, is this the guy who likes devouring me? Oh my god, look at him. Yikes! Executioner's Axe special recovery. Crazy. Ready for 2 slashes? What are you doing? Called that. Read that feint. Oh man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about this. It's not me. It's the game. When those stutters happen, we all feel it. Oh god, I hate fighting against Spawn on this blasted map. Unfortunately, he got disarmed. I'm sure he had fun. Something is big. No, sir. Yes, sir. This is a very satisfying weapon to use, and it's easy to pick up, because as said, if you want to level up the footman, you are forced to use the Halberd. It is going to be one of the first weapons you use if you touch that class. Well, not one of, it will be the first weapon you use when you touch that class. And I implore you, try to use it. It's a good weapon. Not very beginner-friendly, honestly. Only beginner-friendly part of it is it's so bad. Is its reach. But it's one of those weapons that's... You gonna throw that day next too? You ready for 2 slashes? Nope. No, sir. And honestly, you can use kicks to keep people at bay. As a 5 damage knockback really quick. Against short one-handers, a kick will usually put them right out of range of attacking. That's a knight with a crossbow. You also come with a spike trap on this class. I guess try to find a way to use it. Oh my god, what is wrong with that guy? No, sir. No, sir. You don't think people would try to vote to kick on a game like this for the servers are having us all over, right? Oh, look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that. And this is happening, I mean, the game's bordering on unplayable, but I refuse to cut off the footage. I will endure and survive. We'll just use this as a bit of a museum. When no one plays this game in a couple of months. What are you doing? What's up? You're very good at countering slashes, aren't you? Nice. What's up? What's up with all the knights with crossbows? That's the second one now. Look at that. It's not funny. It's pathetic. Again, I'm so sorry that this has tainted the footage, but what are you going to do? I'll tell you what you're going to do, is you stop playing the game when it doesn't want you to play it. Don't do what I'm doing and stay in this abusive relationship. Amount of issues this game has that people will throw to the side because it's fun. It's ridiculous.
Of course.
Oh man, that spacing was perfect. I kicked to the left right there instead of center mass, by the way, because I'm noticing a lot of my kicks are hitting people's bodies and not their weapons.
Parting indeed.
So I'm starting to have to angle my kicks, which is weird. Oh, look at this, dude. I remember this was happening, I think, after the first patch. Okay. Oh, it said counter, too. I wonder how I messed that up. Two-handed spear versus a halberd is a very interesting matchup. Now, against another long-range weapon like that, I'm not really sure what the matchup is, because I don't get into too many engagements where I can do a battle of the spacing.
The leader requires only 20 more victories.
Thank God you can block the exact frame you do something in this game.
Live under the
For
iron
instance, he wants to
fist
throw a
or
shield at me.
die.
Don't let him hit me. Thank you, lad. No, sir. Ooh. Okay, that guy wasn't even blocking, so I can't make any comments on that. I was going to say that overhead went around his shoulders, but he wasn't actually playing the game.
I desire. Follow me.
That was very bad. Good patience. No, no, no. Two-handed spear. For some reason, its throw is extremely slow. I don't know why. It's another one of those stutters. Don't do this spinning nonsense that you see me do so much. I only do it because I know how to play the game. It's just a way to spice up my experience. But if you're trying to play this game seriously, do not try spinning. Spinning does not work in this game. This isn't Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Thought I heard someone right behind me. Now, whiff punishing with this weapon is weird. Because in order to get a whiff punish, you have to... What the hell, dude? Now there's a really weird delay going on. You see, look at that stutter. Oh, God, it's so not fun when the game just doesn't want to work for you. Who's behind me? Now, its combos from overhead are pretty swift, as you see right there. Overhead into something else is fairly quick, considering everything else. And those overheads, they can be dragged. Oh! Miss. Missed. What the hell? Did this guy just spawn in here? Yeah, as I was saying before the stuttering interrupted me, whiff punishing with this thing is weird because it's long, you can keep people at bay, but it's also extremely slow. How shocking. In a lobby where we are all lagging, what will remain true? Sore losers that are so bad at the game and going, what? That dude is going 11 and 13 that will still try to vote to kick you. Like, kicking me isn't gonna let you win. Oh, look. See, can't have a good match here because we're both lagging in our wazoos. I tried to drag that. It's so unfortunate. See, in a matchup like that, I can't say I've gotten into many of those, so I can't give advice. I'm kind of learning as I go along with it. It's incredible. In a match where we are all stuttering and lagging, a person will still try to vote kick you above all else. Outstanding, man. Dude's going negative in a mode where you can just hit people in the back. Dude is middle to bottom of the leaderboard. Like, kicking me isn't going to enable you to win. Just going to kick every top player. Good lord, embarrassing. Okay. Range test, finally. Oh, God. About the same. Stabs and overheads have about the same range.
3 more kills, and the leader is victorious!
Hello, sir. So those overheads can be dragged around the world. You can go almost a full rotation around your body to hit people. As you can see, overhead toe drag right there. This weapon is very good at doing those toe drags. What was that, a stutter? After the match is ended. Party Animal. Party Animal is going 13 and 17, and he's level 18. Why are you trying to kick first place players? What's it going to achieve? Is this an Xbox person? Oh my god, it is? Or is it just letting me see user info for PC people? Let me check recent players. Party Animal. Good lord, it's so embarrassing. I mean, do you have no shame? You're really gonna try that weirdo behavior when we all can barely even play the game? It's cringy. It really is cringy. To me, this is a more satisfying glaive. Where the glaive is efficient in how easy it is to abuse and annoy people with, the halberd requires a lot more finesse. You really have to make each action deliberate with the halberd. You can't play mindless with this thing in any facet, really. The most mindless thing you can do is spam slash in a crowd because it's super long.
Prove yourself
Other than that, it is a very fun weapon. It's similar to the maul in the sense of because you need so much control, that's where a lot of its fun factor comes from. Nice dodge. I'll kick you again, though. Now he's scared of my kicks. Is this the game we're playing? No, sure. Maintain your spacing with this thing. Don't knock me into the spikes, please. Oh, it's Party Animal. So I have to relentlessly teabag that guy whenever I kill him. As I must do with anyone who tries to kick. Good job. I'm telling you, the kicking nonsense used to be funny when it didn't work. When people would just attempt to vote to kick you, but then nothing would happen. But then when the kick started actually working, no longer funny. No longer funny, no longer laughing. Very good job catching that obnoxious spin of mine. Be careful missing with this thing, as misses will usually render you getting hit because of all that wind-up. That goes for any slow weapon. Any weapon that's slow, if you miss an attack with it, with few exceptions, it leaves you wide open. Saw that coming. I want to fight that guy Spiral. I want to get into a long-range battle with him and see what we can do to each other. Now, in theory, the spear should be disadvantaged because I have 3 methods of attack while the spear only has 2. You'd be surprised. Wow. I can't believe I let him do that to me. Notice I didn't even block, but the kick has a lot of knockback. Has a lot of knockback. You'll notice even in tournament play, kicks are kind of hard to punish. Because even if you react, it puts you so far away from the attacker. Are you good? I don't think he's good. I thought he'd move. Hold on, sir. Similar to the glaive, if you're just doing instant riposte when the person has found you at their sweet spot of range, probably won't work. Those overheads do a decent job at going around people's blocks. Heard something next to me. Really, I should be doing more overheads than stabs, but overheads have a much more telling animation. Nice.
The leader requires only 20
Saw
more
that coming from a
victories.
mile away. Pretty sure that was an accidental slash-to-slash feint. Don't throw that Anax at me from across the map. Ooh, no weapons. Party animal, come here. I'm gonna BM Party Animal every single time I kill him. That's my new hobby whenever someone tries to kick me and fails. You know how they respond? They usually try to kick me again. I'm gonna hit two spikes in a second. Something's wrong with this dude. Oh, how fun. How fun. Spikes. I live. That's gonna hurt. Yep. Missing with the special is entirely unacceptable. That will lead to you eating a heavy attack. The special can also be dragged quite a lot. Like when the weapon's almost planted into the earth, you can still maneuver it into somebody. Oh, I love this. Oh man, I love this. I'm playing pretty poorly right now. I think this thing should be falling into the pit. By all known laws of physics. Why isn't Party Animal trying to kick Spiral? Is the two-handed spear a more respectable weapon?
The leader needs only 10 more!
Wow. I got away with murder right there. I really got away with murder right there. Body movements are a very crucial part of this game.
It's about time I ran into somebody in this fight.
Excuse me. I have an itch.
As you were.
Quite patient, but he's not countering these heavies, so he's going to be losing the stamina battle. Is this party animal? Of course it is. Yeah, usually the people who try to kick me, they get really tunnel visioned on me. He wouldn't try to kick me now because I'm in second place. Who's going to say yes to a second place person?
Yes.
And again, I mean, do you have any idea why people get this attachment? What are you going to do, prove a shovel? Yeah, he knows he's in a really awkward spot because the shovel is ridiculously short compared to one of the longest weapons in the game.
Is victorious!
That's going to hurt! Ooh. Right around the shoulders. Oh, beautiful. That's another thing. People really like trying to gamble
The kill leader
while you
is
use
near
this thing.
victory!
You'll notice a lot of people try to take their turn back in the middle of your combos. It's not hard to understand why. It's incredibly slow. Some weapons can successfully do that if you're not potent enough. And that's when the manipulation comes into play. Especially when someone's face-hugging you. An experienced player is not going to have much difficulty just lingering within your breathing zone. So that's when you got to find ways to get them away from you. Jabs, accelerated slashes, and overheads. There was a guy earlier in Arena who was using the ambusher, and he was trying to abuse the jab in tandem with his ridiculously fast one-handed weapons, the short sword and the hatchet. And what he would do is he would attack you, whether hit or blocked. He would then immediately follow it up with a jab, which beats most riposte, honestly. So, what do you do to counter that? Well, one, you bait out the jabs. Jabs can be red. They do have a tail to them. Someone that's jabbing is going to move towards you. They're gonna inch towards you even after you attack them. And of course, you know, jabbing is coming from one-handers. It's coming from the left arm. So if you don't see any movement on the right side of their body, then that's telling you, okay, a jab's incoming. And two, you excel. You excel the hell out of your moves. The dude was trying to use those jabs. I would block either the attack or the jab and do a ridiculously fast accelerated overhead or slash. And he didn't know what to do. He was wasting stamina. Another thing about jabs is they take up a lot of stamina if you miss. A lot of stamina if you miss. So if someone's whipping out jabs and you're not giving them that hit, either blocking it or just touching you with it in any way, they're draining their stamina. Especially if they then
Prove
dodge to
yourself
save themselves
as the best fighter
after
in
the
the
missed
land.
jab.
Eliminate everyone!
Look at that. Look at that stamina damage. It's pretty much equivalent to a dodge. Missed jabs are a very easy way to get yourself killed. Oh, wow. Off-screen violence. You see that delay? I'm sure he's having fun. Very nice whiff punish. That was very poor of me. The overheads can be carried a lot farther than the stabs. The stabs have a lingering hitbox and are a bit harder to read, but the overheads have a lot more travel to them. No. Ready for 2 slashes? I don't think he is. Yep. You see what dodging does to your stamina? One dodge and that guy has nothing. Oh man, yeah, stuck between 2 one-hitters like that. Halberd is not a good weapon to be surrounded with. It can fight multiple people, but not if you are surrounded in close quarters. And let me not say not as efficiently. No situation you get put into this game is impossible. A short sword versus your maul is not an automatic loss. Okay, someone like this, I don't know what they're doing. People like this don't have a play style. Oh. Yeah, I knew it too. I knew he was gonna attack. I could have spammed jab harder there, because the follow-up jab would have beat out his attack. Look at that, man. Not like it would have mattered. Although, according to the ping, it looks like I'm actually lagging right now. Which I couldn't believe. I can't believe. My internet is not perfect. Now, one of the trickiest animation feints with this thing that you can do, and I'm sorry I took 40 minutes to disclose this information, is the riposte overhead feint. So, I need this guy to attack me. No. I need someone that's brave enough to swing first versus one of the slowest weapons in the game, to show you what I mean. It's a lot easier to show you in third person. Look at that. You see that twirl? Your character, when you do an overhead riposte, they twirl the weapon. So, feinting it trips most people out. I want to fight this guy for the experience of this matchup. But I won't chase him across the map. I'll only fight him if the circumstances call for it. Bordering on unplayable. Sorry, Geo dude. Should have bought a better game. Should have bought a game that wants to work for you. What are you doing? You see how cozy people are with countering slashes, but nothing else? I don't know what he did. It looks like he just gave up. That's why I don't ever throw out slashes. Even in mix-ups, if I try to incorporate a slash into the mix-up, it immediately gets countered, no matter what I was doing to that person prior, because everyone knows how to counter them. Okay, this is annoying. Again, people will try to get really disrespectful on you when you're using this. You gotta use your tools to stop them from doing that nonsense. Ooh, a counter overhead. Good job, sir. Slash drag's very potent with this thing. Its special has ridiculous range. Stop trying to kill my AFK. Aww, I thought that slash would come out
The leader
faster
requires
for some
only
reason.
20 more victories.
Why would I expect something to come out at decent speed using the Halberd? So sorry, sir. Is party animal still here? Not sure what that sound is. Very patient. Nice hit. Man. What are you doing? Just fight to the death. It's not that hard. What are you doing? I'm not chasing anyone. I'm not chasing someone that's backpedaling. I refuse. So he's gonna have to try to hit me in the back. God, that is one of my least favorite playstyles. Especially with the heavy mace. Wouldn't you want to be aggressive with this thing? What's up? You brought the barrel. You don't know how to fight it? Look at this dude. What are you doing? All he does are heavy slashes. I'm very patient. What are you doing? Oh god. I mean, you tell me what that was. Or should I have done better? This is a weapon that demands patience. At times, I am not patient on this game. Especially when dudes are trying to cheese me. Of course, it doesn't work. I don't let myself get cheesed on this game. But, oh man. It can be very obnoxious trying to tolerate the
The
balloon
leader
raid.
needs only 10 more!
Or attempt to do, rather. Look at that. That was foolish of me. Sometimes those attacks can come out pretty quick. Nice jab. It's good to see that some better players are getting in here. Because any weapon that I use, I can use to beat casual people. Those people fall for the same things and stuff. It's those dudes who know how to counter overhits and stabs. Those are the ones that make things get interesting. So sorry, sir. That was incredible. And I am extremely ashamed that I did a stab and not a slash. This guy's the one I want to fight the most, Spiral. He knows what he's doing with the two-handed spear. It'd be a weird matchup. Something I rarely get into. Seldom do you go up against a spear user who knows what they're doing. Believe it or not, most spear users spam slash. Nice. Slash is ready for it? No, sir.
3 more kills, and the leader is victorious! The kill leader is near victory!
Interesting. Malice of Astora. Malice, not Manus. It's always nice watching experienced players go to work. I think my laughing was throwing him off. Trash talking in combat on console is very hard. You have to pretty much do your emotes and stuff in the middle of attack animations, because if you do it from neutral, then you get put into an animation that you then have to cancel to either block or attack, which can lead to colossal mistakes. But if you do an emote in the middle of your attack windup or something, then you're no longer in control of it. You can't turn the camera or anything. And so probably 2 more of the Halberd. I am very sorry, again, excuse me, for the servers trying to not allow me to enjoy myself and be informative on this game, but I will persevere. I will push through it as I have for the 3 months this game has been out. Actually, I think this game, yeah, it has been out for 3 months, yeah. It's approaching 4 months now.
Fight for Agatha in the tournament. Eliminate everyone.
Interesting. Oh. Oh, shoot. I mean, you tell me. Does it look like this thing's doing bonus damage to shields? Call me crazy, but it doesn't feel like it. I have no idea what the bonus damage to shield stat is. I know this weapon and the pole axe have that, according to the game. That was very bad. But again, what is it? Is this guy trying to match? Oh, well, I was still in recovery there. And that was with a regular slash. The recovery times in this thing are deadly. They will kill you. And I'm not talking to the YouTube channel. I think that guy was trying to wind up a special. Now again, the reason why sometimes this thing combos really fast off of block I forgot which episode I said this, but if you hit someone's block at the very end of your attack, it doesn't get affected by the slowdown. You know how when you regularly hit a block and you try to follow up an attack, that follow-up attack is extremely sluggish? If you hit someone at the very end of your attack, that sluggish effect won't happen. No. Jab. And because this thing can be dragged to such an extent, you can get that property a lot. Purposefully. Hold on. God, people that try to hit you when you're trying to kill archers are some of the worst. In free-for-all, we have to have camaraderie. When there's an archer on screen, we have to drop everything. Because the only thing that's going to happen is they're just going to kill us both. I never understood it. Wow, very patient. Ready for another one? Nice kick. Ready for this jab. Ready for this kick. Ready for this jab. Ready for this kick. Ah! Slash to slash. Those overhead drags are much easier to do in third person because, again, this is a weapon that a lot of the stuff you're doing, if you're dragging, manipulating it, it's off screen in first person. So in third person, if I really want to manipulate my attacks, third person lets me get away with it. And also because this is a slow weapon, toe drag, because this is a slow weapon, people are really going to want to kick you. It's just with every slow weapon in this game, people really like trying to kick you. This guy is very patient, but if you don't counter, you're going to have no stamina eating all those heavy attacks. That's why I whip out a lot of heavy attacks. Because so long as they're not getting countered, then I'm in no danger of losing the stamina battle. That's why heavy attacks, especially, you have to counter them. Look at that, man. Yeah, I think I'll try to do the remainder of this in third person to really show you what I mean with these drags. Oh, yeah, I wondered. That's an overhead! That looked very funny. I'm sure it had nothing to do with the server hitch. Yeah, so I'll do one more after this, and I'll do these last two in third person to show you, while the game tries its absolute hardest to not let me. That was interesting. Look at that. See how much you can turn your character in the middle of that overhead? Yeah, be very careful against a weapon like that. If you land a heavy attack with a slow weapon, expect a gamble. That's why heavy attacks with these really slow weapons, I try to jab. I need to get into my brain to jab after landing them. Because people just swing right through them. Nice heavy. I don't know why I did a counter slash versus a one-handed spear. That was extremely foolish. You cannot counter slash the spears. No. See, this guy is staying in my face. That's an overhead. He's staying in my face, but he's not making the most of it. Don't be too concerned with always jabbing people to get them away from you. Whip out some attacks, get some damage in. Because experienced players will stay in your face. With a weapon this reactable, it's going to be hard to always have them at range, so you always have to adapt.
The leader requires only 20 more victories.
Well, I tried to get a heavy stab off that kick, but that was weird. I don't know why I did another jab. I hit him, and then I guess I instantly bounced off the floor. That was weird. When you hit the floor, you recover quicker. But I didn't try to hit the floor purposefully there. Yeah, especially war clubs. People with the war club don't like blocking. I got really lucky there. Wow, I'm still alive. What about an overhead? Nice dodge. Oh god, those overhead decapitations are extremely satisfying. Unfortunately, I don't think Spiral's in here anymore, but I wish he was, because he was definitely the best player, and I would like to learn this matchup. I don't use these weapons the most, weapons with this moveset, let alone against experienced spear players, because those are even more rare. Oh man, look at him. Look at him go. Ooh, war club. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
are pigeon-livered, and you lack any guard.
Nice turn. But now you're in a really bad situation. That looked funny. Did it was it just me, or did it look like he skipped half of the animation of that overhead? Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, so my stab accuracy especially is going to be horrendous in third person with a weapon like this. So overheads are going to be a lot more helpful for me. Throw another one. Oh man, look at that range. We got to get rid of that war club. No. Oh, whatever. Yeah, stabs in third person with this thing I am not comfortable with at all. Even the switch attack, you'll notice I missed the initial part of it, and I have to drag it into people with how broken its hitbox is. What are you doing? Nope. Read those kicks. One out, slash it out. Can't tell if he's not animating or if he actually has no weapon. I think that guy's turning off his brain, that dude with the mace. Oh yeah, that is absolutely turning off the brain. There's a lot of matchups in this game that I'm not familiar with. Oh. Oh, I tried to excel that slash. I think I tried to do it too hard and I missed the initial part of it. Because I think I heard my swing get out there. Yeah, whenever you see me do that thing where I turn my back to someone, I'm trying to accelerate a slash as hard as possible. Wolf's what? Wolf's vexation? Oh, man. Wolf's vexation is currently going, let's see. I can never find these people's names. Wolf's vexation. Level 83 going 18 and 4. 18 and 4 and still feels the need to try to kick someone. And keep in mind too, that's an Xbox brother. My man is on Xbox and he is trying to kick a fellow Xbox brethren. Such a shame, man. Such a shame. This game has one of the worst player bases at times. It's weird how the higher level community of this game seems to be the nicest, but the mid to low level people who sort of know what they're doing but still just they aren't good enough, unfortunately, they are very petty people. They take losses personally. They get very offended. People are very offended when I whoop them on this game. Telling me I'm the reason the country's gone to hell. Oh, that's so funny. So, whether I get kicked or I'm allowed to stay, I'm gonna bang up this last one for you. So, synopsis. Very satisfying weapon to control. Can be manipulated quite hard with the overheads and the slashes. Specials are dangerous, but they have amazing range. You should be winning stamina battles so long as you're on top of your counters, because it is hard hitting against all three classes. You can kill people in averaging 3 to 4. 4 if you're using slashes, but if you're using exclusively overheads and stabs like I tried to, 3 to 4 attacks usually. Alright, Wolf's Vexation. A guy I'm gonna have to religiously teabag and laugh at every time I kill him. Which will be often, because another thing I've noticed is these people that are so petty that they try to kick me, none of them are good. I've yet to have someone who's good at this game be mad at me. Because good players don't. They don't get emotional and bitter. It's the truth, man. Is he still in here? Wolf's Vexation? Yes, there he is, level 83. I don't even know who that guy is. I don't know what he's using. Clearly the Halberd's too much for him, though. Against good players, this weapon can be a bit detrimental in comparison to many others. Yeah, be very careful about how you repulse some of these crazy dudes with their one-handers. Whoops, I said I'd be doing these strictly in third person, right? Look at that. That was a toe drag right there. The drags you can do with this thing are incredible. I don't know why that guy gave up. What's up? Combo speed looked pretty good right there, didn't it? That's gonna hurt. And that was a mistake. Wolf's Vexation. There he goes. Embarrassing, dude. It's so cringy. Why? What? How have I offended? I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't. I've taken so much abuse in online games since 2015. Only reason people are saying no now is because the match had just started. And that other one, I had 21 votes that said yes. This guy's holding block too much. Holding block versus a hard-hitting weapon like this is an easy way to get your stamina drained. Alright, unfortunately he was not able to kick me, so I'm gonna have to take this lobby now. Wolf's Fixation, yes. Now that I'll say yes to. Read that feint. Now, if you'll believe it or not, the reason why I read that feint is because that person laughed. And someone who's laughing after they kill someone usually knows what they're doing. And what does someone that knows what they're doing do? They feint. Jesus Christ, are you good? That dude tried to absorb me. What are you doing, sir? Again, stabs I am not comfy doing in third person here. That was very cool. That's gonna hurt. Nope, different elevation. Nice try. Is Wolf's Vexation booted, or is he still here? He's still here. Vote to kick probably isn't working in this lobby, fortunately. I wish I caught who voted against him, so I could spam respect and thank you. You have no health. Oh, no hit stun. No hit stun. So, a hidden mechanic in this game, if you get hit in rapid succession 2 or 3 times really fast, you no longer get stunned. It's very annoying when it happens, because sometimes it even happens in 1v1 engagements. That was very nice, but unfortunately, he missed. Oh, man. I'm so sorry. Third person, man. That's where that body control really comes into play. That was very nice. I deserved that. Nice turn. Devin the plug. You ready for 2 slashes, Devin? I don't think so. Oh, they're just... I've had enough gamble. Almost. Almost. That was very risky, whipping out a heavy slash after a jab. Quite. Kick attempts while using the Halberd. Incredible. Haven't even seen this dude. No, sir. No, sir. Differing elevation. This guy looks really good at countering slashes and nothing else. Oh yeah, don't ever try to do special in spaces like this. They hit the ceiling every time.
The leader requires only 20 more victories.
How's Wolf doing? He's doing 11-4. According to his KDR, he's not a bad player. So I wonder why he's unfortunately forgotten to change his diaper. And I still haven't ran into him. Calm yourself down, sir. Aw, bad miss. Excuse me. I'll try. I will try. This is going to be the last match I have broadcasted, because I'm making a video just showcasing this weapon. And I try to make them an hour long, and I have exceeded that by 7 minutes. So after this, I'm going to cut it off. But I thank you for participating, regardless of how small it may be. Again, I haven't seen this dude. I don't even know what he's using. I'd like to try to make him the last kill I get, where I get to punch him to death. But I mean, if I can't find him, then what the hell? Where is he? He's going 14-6. He can't be the worst of players. It's not showing me the names of these people. Thought I heard something behind me. Calm yourself down. Nice stab. Yeah, I figured this dude would
needs
take
only
a
10
gamble
more.
even with the Halberd. Whoa. Aww. Aww, that was overzealous. Oh yeah, absolutely, I appreciate it. And I am definitely going to stay in I am definitely going to stay in this lobby. And try to bully this dude when I cut this thing off. Because nowadays, when someone tries to kick me in free-for-all, I'll just throw the entire match and I will hunt them down until they leave. That's what I've started to resort to doing. Whoa! Very good spacing, sir. I thought he was gonna keep moving towards me. Whoa, Mom! God, I hate fighting at spawn on any of these matches, especially this one. That was really bad. Why can't I find this guy? Where is he? Is he challenging people in the center of the map? No, no action there. Is he below here being a troll into the bridge? No. It's weird getting kick attempts by a guy you've never even seen.
3 more kills, and the leader is victorious!
Very good patience, sir. Okay, I see this has become your average free-for-all where everyone's trying to kick each other for whatever reason. Yeah, if you don't counter attacks, you're gonna have no stamina. Did you steal my kill, you thief? Also, I would not advise throwing this thing. This is not a good throwing weapon. Yeah, a weapon like the knife, very, very easy to abuse. He has to play my game to get close, until I completely mess up my spacing and let him just mangle me like a cornered tiger. I would love to know what this dude is using. I thought that person was way closer than they were. I'm honestly surprised I recovered in time. Nice special attempt. I don't even know what I got hit by there. I think I won out. Oh yeah, I won out of there.
The kill leader is near victory!
Oh man, look at that drag. That is pretty much... There you
So
are.
I must depart.
Whoa, come on, let's go. You can't kick me now. You ready for 2 smashes, Wolf?
Victory!
Oh no, how embarrassing. How embarrassing. Last kill too. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yes.
So bad. Alright. So I see that I have a lot of viewers all of a sudden, but I must stick to protocol. So that has been an hour and about 11 minutes of the Halberd. I hope you've learned something. For those that just joined, I record videos like this for YouTube, about an hour-long showcase of a weapon. And I'm going to cut this off to now relax and hunt down Wolf's vexation until I either get kicked or he leaves. So for those that joined, even for such a short time, I appreciate the company. Please, restock before you head out.